Hello, and welcome back to the Forgetmenaut vlog. I'm your host Kodiak, and I'm here to talk to you about, I don't even know if I'm in focus. There, I think I am. This is the first time I'm recording at home. Last time I recorded, I came to you from my aunt's house, who, as you know, I hadn't seen in the last 4 years. So I'm recording here for the first time in my house, which it's dark out. There's not a lot of good natural light, and there's not a lot of light in the room in the first place, even though I'm surrounded by 3 lights. So, originally I was going to talk about the idea of value in yourself, and whatnot. But I started thinking about honesty and what it means to me. I'm really not sure. How to be honest, or what is honesty, or where does honesty stop? Where does omission begin, and where does lying begin? And it's something I'm really trying to figure out myself, because I came out about things to friends and family, things that I had kept to myself for a really long time, and that only a few people knew. And I came out to them and I told to them what was going on with me, and that was being honest. But I've told them. So do I tell others? Do I tell everyone? Or now that it's a thing that I can feel that I can be accepted for, can it be left behind? I'm really not sure. I don't know if it's a thing that I need to tell future people or not. Or if it's a thing that it was mine and I accept it and I'm honest with myself about it. So do you need to be honest with others? These are the questions that are going through my head. Recently, I started doing gratitude letters, writing why I'm grateful for people and giving them to them. And I wrote one to my dad. He passed away 12 years ago. And I wrote one to him thinking it was gonna be like this really nice, sweet sort of letter, but it wasn't. It was different. It wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting to be grateful, and I am, and I was, but I also realized there were things that I wasn't being honest with myself about, and that he wasn't being honest with himself about, or was, I don't know. Anyway, I realized that my dad, who I put on a pedestal, was not the saint that I believed him to be, not just as a person to people, but to me, to himself. He was in an accident. He was shot and paralyzed, and he went in a shell, and he kept himself there. I'm sure he tried, but he had his life stolen from him, and he let that life be taken forever. He didn't fully recover or take it back. I didn't get the active father that I would have liked, like someone who was there fully. In retrospect, I see that he wasn't there fully, but I also can tell you for sure that he was 100% there for me. He loved me with all his heart, and when he held me, like, I was the world, and I felt like that, and that's why I put him on such a high standard. But I realized that if I was honest with myself, he did stuff that I was not that looking back on, I would not have wanted to do to my own child. I would have wanted to move past it and not sink into a shell. So that was a big piece of honesty that I wasn't expecting to come across. So what is honesty is it the idea that I have these thoughts and now I tell these thoughts to people. What is lying and omission? You think a bad thing, do you tell that person? Or in not telling that person, are you lying? Like, I don't know what honesty really is, or even if it's like a thing, because it technically is just a social construct. There's no, like, we build our reality not just as a society but as people and ourselves. So I don't know. I don't know what honesty is, and I would like to know. If you guys have thoughts on what honesty is, it would be great to hear. But to come and sit beside a person and be having a conversation with them and be in pain while being with them, because you want more, or they have bad breath, or whatever. Like, are you supposed to tell them? Are you supposed to be honest with them? Because in being honest with them, you're being truthful, and you're supposed to be truthful. You want to be truthful. You want to tell the truth and put that out into the world, but instead, how much honesty is the right amount of honesty? Childish Gambino has this one song on Camp that ends with this character putting forth the idea that he's going to tell everybody everything. So there's no middleman. Everybody already knows. Nobody can tell another person because it doesn't matter. There's no secrets. It's just you're telling people, and people know now. And that's it. And I wonder if that's something that I want for myself, to just be fully honest so that people know what you're getting into, who you're getting into, and who you're meeting. Because we all put these little lies on that everything's okay. And eventually things do get okay. But is it a true okay? Or is it a lie? When does honesty stop? And I feel like I'm rambling, and I definitely am, because I'm trying to figure out what honesty is, because I don't understand it whatsoever. I know something, but I don't tell a person. Not because I'm not lying. They didn't ask. But I know that they would be interested in knowing. They ask you where you've been, and you say, I was out. That's true. I was out. But where were you? I was out at the club. What kind of club? It was a strip club. And stuff goes on like that, where you just omit one detail. Are you lying then? Or are you telling the truth? So when you're with someone and you feel something, by not telling them, are you lying? Or are you being like socially responsible by filtering stuff? What is honesty? I really don't know.